Hi everyone, I am D.Vimal Kumar, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Information Technology in Hindustan Institute of Technology. In this lecture, we are going to see about Introduction to DevOps. DevOps is a combination of development and operation. Usually in the software industries, we have two departments, development departments and operations department. In development department, they are developing the software process as per the software life cycle. So in DevOps is the combination of two words, development and operation. DevOps is a collaboration between development and IT operations to make the software production and deployment in an automated and repeatable way. DevOps helps to increase the organization's speed to deliver software application and services. In the development stage, initially planning, designing, and coding, and all these things are done. Then after the development, the product is going to be deployed in a customer's place, and then once they start using that product, they will find the small corrections and bugs. So those So, DevOps allows a single team to handle the entire application lifecycle from development to testing, deployment, and operations. DevOps helps you to reduce the disconnection between the software developers and quality assurance engineers and system administrators. In this DevOps, all the departments are working simultaneously. Once the work is completed, immediately the next person will start working on that process so that time will be reduced, and also all these employees are interconnected. So the diagram shows how DevOps is working. Initially it start with the planning stage. Okay, then once the planning is completed, then the developers are creating the coding process. After the coding process is done, they will do the build that project. Then do the testing engineers will do the testing process. Once the test is has completed, then they release the initial version of that project. Once the initial version has released, then that version will be deployed in a customer place using the deployment stage. After that, the customers will start working on that process. So the operation team will take over this process. After the has been going on, after the operation has been going on, they will monitor where and all the error error or bugs as occurs. One Then they will find out all these list out all these bugs and errors, and again they will send to the planning team. The planning team will plan how to clear all these errors. Again the same process will repeated, and until we correct all the errors. Once all the notified errors as corrected, then the next version of the software will be released. Again, they will do the deployment process, operate and monitor, and then find out the bugs. So the same process will work repeatedly until they get satisfied with that project. And so once the user got satisfied, the process will stop. Or else, if the user may give another requirements, then they start working again. They start working until the user get satisfied. Here, the diagram shows the DevOps culture. It is the combination of three things. First one is collaboration and process and tools. In collaboration, we have development and operations. Then it can be done with an process, that is continuous integration, deployment, monitoring, planning, and coding. And to provide all these things, we need um, some tools to make all these things are done perfectly. This diagram shows the difference between the cyclic and continuous delivery. In earlier days, we have used the cyclic delivery systems. All this process like coding, building, testing, releasing, and operate process as done sequential manner. But in a new method, all these process are done in a continuous manner in a modern times. So these are the roles and responsibilities of an DevOps engineer. So the DevOps engineer should be an excellent system administration, and he can deploy virtualization, hands-on experience in network storage, and knowledge of coding goes in a long way. Then soft skills are must have, and understanding the automation tools, knowledge of testing tools, and security aspects of IT organization. So the DevOps engineer has to work on these fields. So um, he must knowledgeable person in all these technical aspects. So these are the roles and responsibilities of an DevOps engineer. He can increase the project visibility through traceability. He can improve the quality and reduce the development cost and collaboration. DevOps should have the soft skills of problem solver and a quick learner, and he can analyze, design, and evaluate automation scripts and systems. He can able to perform system troubleshooting and problem solving across the platform and application domains. These are the advantages and disadvantages have been given uh, of DevOps. DevOps is an excellent approach for quick development and deployment of application. It responds faster to market changes to improve the business growth. Then DevOps clears the descriptive process, which gives clarity on product development and delivery. It improves customers' experience and satisfaction. DevOps simplifies collaboration and places all tools in a cloud for customer to access. DevOps means collective responsibility, which leads to better team engagement and productivity. Some of the disadvantages are DevOps professionals are experts, developers are less available. At present, we have less number of DevOps professionals are there. So before slide, we have seen the roles and responsibilities of an DevOps engineers, right? So at present, all the DevOps engineers don't have all this experience which we have mentioned. That is one of the disadvantages in here. And developing with DevOps is so expensive when compared to the traditional model. DevOps developing is so expensive, and adopting new DevOps technology into the industries is hard to manage in a short time. And lack of DevOps knowledge can be a problem in continuous integration and automation. At present, most of the companies are recently adopting into the DevOps field, so that very less number of experts in the company, so that it can take long time to adapt into the new problem, like continuous integration and automation projects. Why we need DevOps? The development and operation team worked in a complete isolation. Then after the design, build, the testing, and deployment are performed respectively. That's why they consumed more time than actual build cycles. Without the use of DevOps, the team members are spending a large amount of time on designing, testing, and deploying instead of building the project. Manual code deployment leads to human errors in production. As we discussed earlier, the diagram shows the DevOps architecture. It starts with planning, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. In this monitor process, it will find out the bugs and errors in the correct version of the project. Once those bugs are identified, then again the planning team will start planning to rectify those bugs and errors. So the same process and continuously it works. So in the DevOps components in the development, we have used planning, testing, coding, and building. And in the operation process, it start working release, operate, deploy, and monitor process. Now we will start with planning. DevOps use agile methodology to plan the development. With the operation and the development team is syncs, it helps in organizing the work to plan accordingly to increase the productivity. Next, we have build. Without DevOps, the cost of consumption of resources was evaluated based on the predefined individual's usage and fixed hardware allocation. And with the DevOps, the usage of cloud sharing of resources come into the picture, and the build is dependent upon the user's need, which is a mechanism to control the usage of resources or capacity. Many good practices such as Git enabled the code to be used, which ensures writing the code for business helps to track the changes, getting notified about the reasons behind the difference in actual and expected output, and if necessary, reverting to the original code developed. The code can be appropriately arranged in files, folders, etc., and they can be reused. Here, with the help of Git, a different version of the code has been stored in a Git um, storage. So next, the testing process. The application will be ready for production after testing. In this case of manual testing, it consumes more time in testing and moving the code to the output. Then operate. The operation team interacts with the developers and they come up with a monitoring plan which serves the IT and business requirements. In this monitor stage, continuous monitoring is used to identify any risk of failures. Also, it helps in tracking the system accurately so that the health of the application can be checked. In this deployment process, the many systems can support the scheduler for automated deployment. Release deployment to an environment can be done by automation, but when the deployment is made to the production environment, it is done by manual triggering. Mostly here, the automated process has been used in all these things, deploy and release stages. So far in this lecture, we have seen the basics of DevOps architecture and the DevOps tools. Thank you.